Hi, this is Jason with MathTutorDVD.com, and we're going to continue talking about the TI-84 series calculator. Of course, it can also be applied to the TI-83 series calculator because these are very similar calculators. And in this section, we're going to talk about entering basic items into the calculator. In other words, doing sort of basic computations. We're not going to talk about graphing in this lesson. We're not going to talk about advanced, matrices or anything. We're just going to talk about entering basic calculations into that, and so that you can start getting really comfortable using what's at your fingertips here. So we did some of this before, but I've got the calculator in normal mode, and you can check that here. So we've got a floating point decimal and normal mode. So let's go ahead and get out of that. And we already said we can add by just adding numbers together in the calculator, and the enter key takes the place of the equal sign. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And just like you might guess, you can divide numbers, again hitting the equal sign. Notice that for division it puts a slanted fraction looking thing there, so it's not a division symbol, that's a fraction bar, but it's the same thing, it represents division. And of course, if you have a number with a different number of decimals here, then you can multiply them together or whatever, and in this case we have a lot of decimals after, a lot of digits after the decimal point, and that's because we're floating point mode right now, so we can have, whatever the accuracy of the calculator will let us have, it'll put it behind a decimal. Now let's focus a little bit on these parentheses here, because these are very, very useful. So you should know what parentheses do in algebra. Basically, anything that happens inside of a parentheses, set of parentheses in terms of algebra is going to be executed first. So let's just take a quick example. Let's do 1 plus 2 times 3. So we're going to put this in the calculator, 1 plus 2 times 3, and just see what happens with no parentheses. We're going to get the answer of 7. And the reason is because in algebra, everything here is on the same line, but multiplication always comes before addition. When it's on the same line here with no parentheses. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 gives us the 7. Now it can change that by using parentheses. So let me go ahead and open a parentheses and put in 1 plus